Hello again everyone, Dflekd here, Firm but Fair Gaming. I want to bring you a build video for PvE Warlock DPS. This is a great option now, and it's just a little different than running Well of Radiance with Phoenix Protocols. I'll put that build out later, but it's pretty generic with a Phoenix Protocols, and there's a mod you can use from the current season to really boost the effectiveness. But that'll be a video coming out later. And this one is a DPS debuff. So this one is running Void, Top Tree Void, and you want to run Top Tree Void for Chaos Accelerant. Press and hold your grenade to overcharge your grenade, making it deadlier and more effective. The Cataclysm, shattering the Nova Bomb into smaller pieces, is good too. And the Bloom, Void ability kills cause enemies to explode. That's pretty fun. Vortex grenades are great. I use the Healing Rift and the Strafe Glide. Getting into the gear though, I'm using Nezaric's Sin as it works really well with Void weapons. So Void damage kills, increase ability, energy recharge rate, which works great if you're using something like the Recluse. 9 Hunger works well, and the new Trace Rifle Ruinous Effigy works really well. And I'll show you a combination with the guns in a minute here. But the other pieces of gear, I run mobility on this one. I just wanted to be a little quicker when I was going through some things. You don't have to run mobility. You can always change it out for if you want more grenade or whatever else you need at the time. But mobility, I just want to run faster. So I have Special Ammo Finder for the grenade launcher and Enhanced Projectile Targeting for auto rifles. If I'm running not using 9 Hunger or Effigy, that both helps out. So on the gloves, I run the recovery mod, and I'm running stacks on stacks, gain an extra stack of Charge with Light for every stack you gain. It costs you 10 recovery, so you want to really bolster your recovery. I'm at 89 now, so it's not bad for me. But the next piece of gear, you need an arc piece of gear, and because swords are dominating this year, and they are doing heavy damage, you'll want Lucent Blade. Well, Charge with Light, dealing damage with a sword gives you bonus sword damage for 5 seconds. Consumes one stack of Charge with Light. So you're picking up 2 stacks every time you hit someone with a sword. You have 5 seconds of Charge with Light, and if you kill something, you have a Masterwork sword, you're going to drop another charge. So you'll constantly always be having Charge with Light, using one, still having one backup, and just doing crazy sword damage. The bottom part is greatly increase the charge rate of your equipped sword. Really great part too. I'm stacking that. I just have Pulse Rifle Reserves. If I Masterwork this piece of gear, I will be using Sword Reserves, but it's not Masterworked yet, so that's what I have for now. And then I have Enhanced Unflinching Rifle Aim and a Mobility mod. Like I said, you can switch out the mobility if you want to raise up anything. You want to raise your strength up, or your grenades, or even your intellect. But I find you get your super pretty quick here, so it's not hugely necessary. But if you want to run that instead of mobility, by all means switch that out. The next piece are the boots, and I'm running Taking Charge, which become Charge of Light by picking up Orbs of Light, which you get from Masterwork weapons. So you'll want some Masterwork weapons to run this. Enhanced Sword Scavenger, Traction for the mobility, and the mobility mod. The last piece is running with Oppressive Darkness, causing damage with a Void Grenade as a weakening effect to combatants. Great piece when you're out there. I really enjoy it, and I match that up with the recovery mod. So you weaken your enemies, you shoot them. So I have Wither Horde, and if you don't have the new grenade launcher, I recommend this one. It is great. You can just get it in the season pass. If you haven't got the Catalyst, by all means, it takes a little while, but go do that. I did mine on doing EPs on Mars, just because you get a lot of enemies, so it goes really quick there. But blight targets take damage over time and blight the nearby area on death. So projectile fires this weapon, blight the target or nearby area on impact. So what you want to do is you want to shoot the target in the chest and then shoot one at his feet. And you'll be then switching to your gun to then fire in and cause damage, which will help boost your Nezarec Sin and boost your all abilities. And for the last weapon I'm using Death's Razor. I also have the Fallen Guillotine, which would help out with Nezarec Sin, so I switched to this a bit too, but this one just, I feel, does a lot more damage than the Fallen Guillotine. So I use that quite a bit. But either or is good. If you have Fallen Guillotine, it really stacks well with Nezarec Sin, which I should be using more. But the damage on Death's Razor is just unbelievable. But you can pair that with the Recluse or 9 Hunger. Your choice. If you want to switch it up and not use either of these two, and you can go with 2 other guns that came out this year. You can go with the Forward Path or Cold Denial if you don't mind pulse rifles. But if you want to run Forward Path, you can use Ruinous Effigy, which is the trace rifle that gets you that Void Energy Ball, which you can do great damage with. So that one is really fun to use with Nezarec Sin. The Void Energy just goes ballistic. It's awesome. It's a really good combination. I like that one really, really well. But I would pair that because Recluse, I find just, it's Recluse. It does so much damage. It's hard to beat. So last season you can use it. It's just a fun gun. This is one I just brought back out because I've only used this one in Crucible once. One enemy defeated. I think my other one's on a different character. So this is the build. Pretty much what I found so far for great PvE damage. You can do it with a distance. If you're running Ruinous Effigy and you are able to get the balls, that's even better because then it really does some great damage running around and just dropping the ball. You can kill in pit, you can kill any red bar. Unfortunately, you cannot kill the yellow bars or the knights with it. It will not kill them. So just beware if you're going to go smash them with a ball that it will not kill them, and you need to take care of that. But it's a fun build. It works at endgame PvP. The Nezarec Sin really stacks well, and it's just something you can use throughout the game. If you want to use it for PvP, I don't recommend it. You will just get shredded. 9 Hunger is good. If you want to use 9 Hunger and Nezarec Sin, that's really good. I would make sure you have 100 recovery, and I would ditch the sword mods because swords in PvP I find are okay, but so a little idea if you're going to use Ruinous Effigy and you want to get the most out of it with Nezarec Sin, you want to grab, shoot the smallest enemy, pick up the orb, and then smash it somewhere as close as you can. Like, you can destroy some pretty decent enemies with it, but you want to get as many enemies with this as you can. So if you can get, I don't think you can get all 4, but you can definitely get 2 of these, 3 of these. And this way, with Nezarec Sin, you see how much the meter's going up on your super. So it goes up fairly quickly on just a couple kills. Like, I'm not getting a lot here. I'm getting 1 kill here, 2 kills there. But you want to drop your grenade on people, pick up an orb as soon as you can, and smash as many people as you can. So you get a few kills, and your super is going pretty quick with this and Nezarec Sin. So this is an example of what you want to do, how you want to play it. If you don't want to use this, or you don't like this exotic, by all means, use the Wither Horde. Can't talk today. And use 9 Hunger or Recluse. That works just as well. This is just a fun little change on it, and definitely works in all sorts of endgame content because you will always be killing enemies, and you can just run up and smash them. So you can smash these orange ones. You will not get the yellows. Yellows will not die from it. It's just something. It's not strong enough to kill those. But you can get the orange ones. You do decent damage to like the yellow ones. Like that one did pretty good. Like, you're taking away a lot of their health, and I already have my super, so you can super it up, drop the enemies, go back, and it's not many kills before you're back there with your super. So that's how you want to use it. It's a fun way to play it. I like it. It's definitely enjoyable doing this, and getting to grab the orb and smashing a bunch of enemies with it is always a boatload of fun. So it's the the new effigy. It's a fun little exotic, and it works really, really well with the Nezarec Sin. It's unfortunate it won't take out these, but that might make it a bit OP. Well, I guess I did luckily get one there. So if you're lucky, you can get it. If not, it's going to take 2/3 of their health, which that's just a quick cleanup with anything else. And then, you know, as long as you're using void weapons, you're charging up your super pretty quick. If you want to go quicker, you just use a sword and just hack and slash through enemies, because swords are unbelievable again this round. So this season has made swords crazy, and you will get nothing but void energy back and Nezarec Sin, and you'll get your super back pretty quick. Also, the best thing is the grenades. So if you can get your grenades, all the tick damage also counts. Every time it ticks, it will give you more super energy. So that's another thing to remember with this build as well. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, leave them below. If you want to see a build for a different class, let me know what you're looking for, looking to do. I mainly play PvE. I'm not a huge PvP fan. I do dabble in it from time to time, but it's not the funnest for me. I don't enjoy it that much, but I do play it a little bit. So mainly PvE. If you want to see a PvE build on a Titan or a different one for a Hunter, let me know. Otherwise, this is Dflekd with Firm but Fair Gaming.